Hi. Hey friends, Power Guy Rob Phoenix here. Hope you're all doing well on this beautiful day. It is Friday, June 7th. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. It's warm outside. It's 80, 85. I have no idea. It's a very nice day. Little breeze. Anyway, I just had the best day that a television film crew came here to record an episode of the show that they're making. It's the I'm not sure when I'm allowed to like publicly say the name of the show, but it'll be national on yeah, it's on a streaming channel called Very Local. You should look that up. It's called Very Local. You can download that free app and then see all their shows for free on there. So it'll be on that channel. Uh, I don't know when. They just filmed my piece of it today. They're going out into Pennsylvania and doing other things as part of this episode. Super fun. So the two hostesses are paranormal investigators, and uh, it was just a really cool time. These girls are so funny and so nice. I had never heard of them just because I'm not much aware of the greater paranormal investigation community. But it was really cool. So it was kind of fun in a way because they were like, okay, this in this part, we're gonna just be asking just general conversation, just have general conversation about powwow or whatever. When they come in, you'll greet them and everybody else sit down. And then in this part, we're gonna walk over to this section of the yard and sit down, and then we're gonna talk, in general about this. It wasn't scripted at all. It was just they had ideas for how the various segments they wanted them to kind of transition into one another. It's really cool, like to see, like the making of a television show like that. The only experience that even came close to that was when I did the Hex Hollow movie, but that was just very different. That was more like one guy with a camera and one guy asked me questions, and that was it. This was like a whole crew of like 9 people. There were just like multiple cameras and the sound equipment, and this guy with all this equipment on him. I don't even know what he did. It's just really neat. And we like put up these screens and like so. I guess the result is you see the three of us sitting in place talking, but really we were just like surrounded by people. I just thought that was really neat. It kind of gives you insight into like how they make television shows, like what that must be like. There's these people that are just trying to like do an interview, or maybe they're acting or whatever, and they're just surrounded by all these people doing their job. It was just such a fun experience. It was such a cool group of people. They were just really like progressive and open-minded, and you could tell they are excited about the work they're doing. And the two hostesses, I mean, I hope I get to talk to them again because they're just like such cool people. But anyway, that was that. So today was a good day for something like that. We're in the new moon. If you're following that, which, as you know, I do. So it's time for starting new things and like, yeah, just trying something different. So today was really different. Today was a lot of fun. Bill enjoyed himself. Joe Sonny was just kind of on the periphery all day. Like he'd pop out from behind a bush, and then disappear and then pop out from around the corner or whatever, as kids do. But yeah, I will definitely have more on that when I know more about like how to watch the show and when it's coming on and such. Right now, I don't know anything other than my piece was filmed today, and it was really super cool. I just loved seeing all that stuff that you don't see when you're watching a TV show. Like I had no idea that literally there was like somebody sitting in a chair out in the yard right next to me. He's not in the shot because he's part of the crew. And then, somebody's standing over you with this and somebody's standing over here and over here and over here. And like, they're talking to each other on headsets and such. Anyway, I don't know. I just thought that was really cool. I never had that kind of experience before. So it was fun. So yeah, let's get back a little bit with in powwow talk, new moon stuff. So now that we're in the building, excuse me, now that we're in the building moon, it is time to like start some new things. Now we're officially in full blown summer just because school's over. you get past Memorial Day and you say that's summer. And like, that's true. But when you have a kid, like we do, their last day of school, which was today, now it's summer. So it's in full swing here. We don't have much garden stuff to do anymore, except maintenance on the garden. I have not mastered the idea of like planting in stages, which someday I'm going to have to master that, because as it is now, like, tomatoes are a long process. They take forever. So our tomato plants have grown maybe a few centimeters since we put them in, but like our lettuce is ready to pick. So that's not ideal. So yeah, one of these years I'm going to get it so that everything blooms to fruition on the same day, and I can just go out into the garden with a fork and a bottle of Italian dressing and just like eat my way through the garden. So as it is now, everything's going to be kind of like, we'll get cucumbers, next month, and tomatoes in August, and whatever. It's fun. I mean, we're still growing this stuff, and it's the experience of doing it that gives me the most like pleasure. Like just knowing that we can do that, and knowing that we have a space on this earth where we're able to do that, and knowing that we've worked the ground, and we've put in seeds or whatever, and we can grow food from that. There's so much spirituality in that. I just love that so much. Plus, it just makes me really happy. Like, I love seeing plants. Anybody who's ever been to our home or our property before knows, I mean, we just have this little tiny space on earth, but it's our sanctuary. It's our Garden of Eden. So I hope the new moon inspires you to, make your own little Garden of Eden if you can. Even like, we were talking to a person today, and she lives in an apartment, so she doesn't have an outdoor space. And like, then that becomes your Garden of Eden, And if you can, if you're able to, if you can afford to, or if you're home enough to take care of it, you can always get house plants and little grow herbs in pots and such. I mean, I'm not saying you have to grow plants. I mean, that's not what I'm saying at all. It's just, if you crave that nature and you don't have an outdoor space of your own, there's a lot of outdoors you can bring in. So it can be done. I've seen some really beautiful like apartments. Sometimes I watch like these celebrity shows where it shows like their Manhattan apartment, and they're just like super quirky, but they're gorgeous, and they're just filled with plants and plant life. And it's just, I don't know. I remember my Aunt Sarah had this loft apartment. You literally had to take one of those like old school loft elevators with the big gates up to get to her apartment. And it was just filled with plants and interesting things, because Aunt Sarah traveled the world. She was a very interesting woman. She traveled the world, and she had all this cool stuff from around the world around her apartment. So she brought the world into her apartment. So anyway, I'm rambling. Today was a great day. I'll keep in touch with you guys on how the show progresses. I'm going to put links though down to the two girls' YouTube channel. It's amazing, and they're just so cool. You'll love them like I do. So that's it. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the nice weather if you have it. God bless you guys. Love you, and we'll talk again soon.